Hello friends, happy Saturday. My name's Janna. Thank you for stopping by my channel today. I've got an episode of Saturday Morning Makes for you, which is hosted by Jill Norwood, and I will put the information how to get to her channel and how to play along in the description box below. Also, I am hashtagging this video with snowmen in January 2025, and that is hosted by Nancy May of Handy Scandy, and I will put the information for her channel in the description box below as well. So first of all, let me show you for my first card here the products that I used. Let me just grab the stack here. Sometimes I think it's overwhelming when we show all these products that we use to make one card. And so to anyone who is a new stamper or creator out there, please don't get overwhelmed because we all started out small, okay? And then over the years you just build your stash. So just because I used a bunch of things to create my card doesn't mean that you can't make a beautiful card using way less products or tools, okay? So, but for this card, I used this Distress Rock Candy glitter, which is really pretty, and I did order mine on Amazon. From Whippersnapper Designs, I used this adorable stamp, and I do believe this is one of Anna White's designs. And there is what it looks like. It is a cling mount rubber stamp, and it's called Snowman with Gingers. So that is the information there if you're interested in looking for that. From Red Lead Paperworks, I used Cozy Winter Vibes from this stamp set. And I think that the name of this stamp set maybe is Cozy Winter Vibes. I can't remember for sure. From My Creative Time, I used one of the dies from this stamp and die set, which is called Jar Label Stamps and Dies, MCT-402. And I also used from My Creative Time the Snowball Frame Dies, MCT 440, sorry. So you've just got several sizes of snowballs to choose from there. From Stampin' Up, these are retired. I use the Adorning Designs decorative masks. They call them decorative masks. They are stencils, and I used this snowflake one right on the top. And then from Brutus Monroe, I used this Stamp and Stick mat. So this was a tool sort of that I used as well as the stencils, but I just wanted to show it to you because this is a really handy, inexpensive tool to have in your stash if you like to stencil or if you just want to have something held in place. It's sticky, and then you can you might be able to get it in a bundle too, or individually. You can get this Squeaky Clean Matte Mist, which has a really nice hydrangea smell to it. And so you just clean the mat off and then let it air dry, and the sticky comes right back to it. Okay, so those were all the products I used for my card. And I just think it turned out bright and cheerful. I didn't want it to look like a Christmas card, so I stenciled that background, and I incorporated several of the same exact colors that I used to color up the snowman. So I used my Stampin' Up! Alcohol blends to color him, and then I chose the same color of ink pads to color when I stenciled the background. And then I needed those designs to stand up without putting another layer behind them because I didn't want to cover up all that work I did with stenciling that background. Besides that, I just loved how it turned out, all the pretty colors, so I didn't want to hide them. So I thought, okay, well, how can I get some sparkle in here and not just create another big layer behind? So that's why I just edged it. I used my art glitter glue and went around and edged it, and then put that rock candy glitter on both pieces there. So they both stand up off the page. So I just think it turned out cute, and I was happy with it. Inside, I put another layer of white, and I just edged it with the same cherry cobbler cardstock the little layer that I put under this piece here. And I made it a side opening card that way. So yeah, I thought it turned out kind of cute. So there is that card. And then for my next project, I am taking part in, over on Facebook, Rosie's Bliss. She's doing a Memory Decks card exchange. She's renamed her group. And so I think if you just look up Rosie's, ROSIE apostrophe S, Rosie's Bliss, you will find it. I should have gotten the exact, you know what, I'll put a link in the description box to that group. So anyway, I'm taking part in Memory Decks card exchange. It's using All and Create products. So we are allowed to use whoever's cardstock and embellishments and inks, that sort of stuff. So let me show you that. So if anybody is watching and taking part in that exchange and you don't want to see what you're getting as far as your Memory Decks card, then look away, turn it off. All right, so I used from Burtis Monroe this Marshmallow Puff embossing powder. This is so much fun. And you'll see when I get to my card, there's other products out there that do what this does, but I have to say this is a whole lot messy than some of those products, and I really liked how it turned out. Okay, so then from All and Create, I used this little girl here. The theme for this exchange is winter. I wanted her to be winter, not Christmas, so you'll see what I did there to achieve that instead of making her look Christmassy. But she is called Ginger's Gingerbread, and their stamps are clear stamps. This is a UK company, but most of the big online retailers carry their products. And also, if you've never shopped Frantic Stamper, I highly recommend her. So check out her website, Frantic Stamper. She has so much stuff, you guys. And yeah, okay, so I used that. Here's another All and Create stamp set. This one's called Winter is Magic, and that is all I used from this one. So I will be including this in a recent haul that I have of stuff, but this came in before I finished my things, and I was really glad because I wanted to have a winter saying, which I didn't have. But so I used Winter is Magic. This is the Memory Decks card die that I used, and you've got all these different borders, and I used the star one, and this is called Galactic Edges. And they number all their products are numbered. So this is number 68. Here's my little cards. Okay, they're all the same pretty much. So I used, this is a Stampin' Up! Glimmer cardstock, the sparkly stuff. The background paper, I did do stencil lightly some snowflakes on it, and then I also, oops, I forgot to bring this over. I did sparkle up that paper with some sparkle silk. Here's what I did with the collar using, and her cuffs using that Marshmallow Puff embossing powder. So I used art glitter glue as my product to hold the embossing powder. So I put the glue in there, sprinkled on the powder, and then you heat it and it puffs up like that. But I love just the texture of it. It was perfect. Oh, I also used some white gel pen on her eyes and her dress. The little button, the little snowflake that she has caught and has on a string, remember the stamp was a gingerbread that she was holding. And I didn't want her to hold a gingerbread, so I had these buttons and I cut the shank off. So each one of my cards, I made 6, we exchanged 5, and there just happened to be 6 different snowflake designs in the package of buttons. So each one is holding a different snowflake. The only other thing that's different on these is some have this snowflake and some have that one. So that's how my card turned out. So I hope the people that I'm exchanging with will like it. I did put some Spectrum Noir Sparkle on her hair. And I don't know if that is showing up. It's so hard to get sparkly things to show up sometimes. But anyway, so they're all, like I said, they're all basically the same, but each girl is holding a different snowflake. But isn't that how it's supposed to be? Don't they say there's no 2 snowflakes exactly the same? So each one is different. I don't know which one I will keep. I'll probably just pick a random one from the pile. But I always, when I do exchanges, I always like to make an extra one to keep myself. So those are my projects for this week's Saturday Morning Makes. Be sure to search out the hashtag SatMornMakes and you will see what other people are creating. You'll find people here on YouTube, over on Instagram. We have a Facebook group. The link for that will be in the description box below. And I don't know what other places, but maybe on Pinterest, I'm not sure. All right, take care. Have a great rest of your weekend, and I'll see you in my next video. Thanks for stopping by. Please give me a thumbs up. Bye-bye.